Hello, disc golfers, and welcome to GK Pro's coverage of the Veterans Park Open presented by Kratom and Legacy Discs. First round, we've got Emerson Keith, Nikko Locastro, yours truly, Gregg Barsby, on the mic today, watching the first round. As you can see, the mud coming in, and GT Hancock. Emerson's a Texas native, been a really good player for a couple of years. And he's kind of in his backyard here. Nikko drove 10 hours to be here overnight, and he goes anywhere, and he's a local as well. We're here in Arlington, Texas, and we're playing the original layout of Veterans Park. Hole 1 is a par 4, 172 meters, 565 feet. Basically, you just want to get here in the middle, and you're going to be playing your approach shot into a guarded green. It's got a few trees there. I think the big thing is just to get your disc far enough out to where you have a straight shot in. And the conditions aren't too nice today, so let's see how we get it done. And it's tucked back there about maybe 90 feet into the woods. First on the tee, you've got Emerson Keith. Throwing latitude 64, and I would imagine that that was his defender, and that's a perfect shot right out in the middle, not bringing the out of bounds into play at all. All right, fresh out the car. Being that it was a little wet, didn't get much warm up. A little slip off the first, but that's a star boss, and it's a nice bit of ground play, and maybe comes close to the OB over there on the left, but right on the short tee, so that's a good place to be, just a little bit further away from the basket. Here we have GT Hancock stepping up, Prodigy sponsored. Looks like he's going to go with his D1 here. And this is ideal. Basically stand it up right on the OB line and throw it far enough to clear. That's a great shot. He's in perfect position. And Nikko Locastro, two-time player of the year, 2010 U.S. champion. Looks like he's smashing his DD3. Also in great position. A little cross breeze right to left, kind of took my eagle up and away, and that'll be right at the front of the gate for about a circle 2 edge putt. What you can't see here is Emerson's umbrella was giving him some trouble, so maybe his focus was a little distracted there. Nikko's just setting up perfect. Looks like he's got a wizard in hand, maybe a magic, and that's how you do it. You just slide it right up there, flat shot, no danger. Should be an easy tap out for his 3. GT playing a sidearm in. I like this play a lot, and looks like he's throwing his A2. Nice overstable mid-range kind of approach disc for him, and that's right up in there as well. He should be able to get the 3. Emerson, he's got to look at it. Ooh, and just misses early in the event, so he'll be left with a little tester coming back. A little short there on that look. Couple of branches in the way, but makeable putt from out there. Ooh. Emerson just kind of pulled that one a little bit. And he's putting with the keystone. Oh, no. Oh, that's a tough way to start the day. But Emerson's a pretty headstrong young guy, and he'll probably be able to fight back pretty easily, especially because he's close to home. He's played this event before. GT with a nice 3 to start. I'm going to be tapping out my 4 with the KC AVR. In we go. Nikko with an easy birdie to start the day. Not a problem. Emerson, that was a tough one on the green there. But on to hole 2 we go. 334 feet, 102 meters. Basically down the tree line here. And main thing is you just want to keep it middle of the fairway. With the ground being wet, I think the popular play here would be to hang it on the right side and skip it up in there, but not the case today as it's very muddy. GT with the tee pad here. Not exactly sure what disc he's throwing, but you can see a little breeze out of the back. And just a little overcompensated for the breeze there. But he gets a nice kick back in the middle. That should be an easy up and down for your 3. Nikko playing a force over with this Firebird, Champ Glow Firebird. And the tailwind just kind of pushed it down. It didn't really want to hook up at all for him, but I really like that play here in the rain. Since it's really nasty conditions, I'm playing the Thunderbird and just didn't hang long enough, and then that hits and kind of gets caught up in there. Not a very easy look. Nikko in the background not too happy with his throw. Emerson just a little top heavy on that one and pulls it. You know, it's so tough in these conditions to get any kind of footwork going, so a lot of these shots are being armed from the looks of it. Emerson chips up his harp. No problem. Easy 3. GT giving it a run here. Ooh. Just a little bit outside, but that drops right under the basket. Easy 3. Nikko looking to give this a bid through the mist. Ooh. Great touch. Now I'm tied up. I've got a little gap through there. I'm thinking maybe somehow I'm going to make this. Not the case. And unfortunately that drops down and I've got about 25, 27 footer. Solid connection. Really nice to start the round with a putt that isn't guaranteed. That one felt good. Emerson tapping out for his 3s as the others will follow suit. Nikko going with the upside down putt. He's getting it worked in case it gets windy this weekend. Smart play. He's really good at that shot as well. He just so smooth when his putt's on. It's really deadly. He could probably throw a stone at the basket and it would go in the basket. But on to hole 3. You've got OB on both sides. 400 footer. This is in the short position. 121 meters. Now the main thing is there's a wind that typically will be coming out of the left off the tee pad, and the tee pad is just slightly tucked into this wind block, so you can't really tell how windy it is out there. But with the tough conditions, I think most of the players are probably thinking, hey, let's just get in the middle and pitch it up and get the par. And GT holding the box, playing his D2, and oh no, that flipped up. And there's that wind we were talking about. Just kind of held on to it. And he's going to be out of bounds. So he'll take that probably about 30 meters back. Nikko looking to make a move on this one. Hyzer, and it flipped up. This was a really weird moment because I thought he threw that shot perfectly when he let it go, but it stands on him and goes out of bounds. I am going to be using the Quantum Lunar Scorpius, brand new one, and that's exactly what they're supposed to do. Fly straight, Hyzer out. So that'll be maybe about 120 feet from the basket, just under 40 meters. Emerson throwing his defender. Getting a little ground play just in front of mine. And we should be able to clean those up pretty easily. GT taking his A2, hanging it out to the right. That's a smart play there. We've got a pretty guarded green, and he's maybe 15 feet. Looks like Nikko going to attack it with the wizard. That is picture perfect. Catches a little tree right in front there, but that should be no problem for Nikko. Taking the KC AVR and 10-time KC AVR. Loving that shot. Just a little long, but I'd rather be over there than hit something in front. And Emerson playing the nice wide route. He is parked. GT carding the bogey there with the out of bounds stroke. Good execution from where he was. Didn't add any more strokes to it. I'm tapping out the par. Nikko back to the straddle stance. Up and in, dead center. Oh, you know he's not very happy with that one. He was cursing that drive after the hole was done. He couldn't believe it. He said he's never going to throw a shot that bad ever again in his life. But on to hole 4 we go. This is a shorter par 3. Can be very tricky. This course is really windy a lot of the times, and there's no straight route to get to this 240 footer. You kind of have to throw it up into the air and over the trees. As you can see, there's a guardian tree on the left there. I think a popular play here is either a flick sidearm over or a little chip backhand hyzer. I'm going to be taking the Glow Firebird here and just trying to hang it out to the left and let the disc do the work. Little breeze pushed that over to the right a little bit, but that's a good position to be. Downhill putt, about 23 feet. Emerson throwing his Boston Bruins disc. I'm not sure which one it is, but... Oh, and that gets caught up. GT, oh, that looked like it got out of his hand early, and that is slicing hard right. You can see with the leaves moving a little bit, there's just a little bit of left to right on this hole. Nikko lining it up with his Firebird. Looks like he's going to go with the hyzer. He's checking his footwork. If you've ever played Veterans Park in the rain, you know it is really muddy. And that is going left. That one, just think that one came out of his hand a little bit early. And that's kind of going to be a difficult position. As you can see, he's getting primal over there in the woods. Little spinner out of there. Good shot.
What?
Emerson lining up with his Keystone. Oh, that just faded early. Really, really good look from Emerson. GT is also tied up. A little chip over the top, and that got away from him just a little bit. Speaking of letting him get away from you. I wasn't too happy with that one. 9 points lower on the rating scale. GT takes a straddle stance. Up and in it goes. That was really clean. Good move. Saving the par. I would think in normal conditions, this is a birdie for this entire card. But it is not normal conditions out here. Emerson in for his 3. Nikko trying to get some of that mud off his disc, uses it to putt with. And we're on to hole 5, presented by Mint Discs. This is a downhill 350-foot shot, 106 meters. This is one of my favorite holes on the course. You want to hang it out there wide and the wind is typically right to left on this hole, so really, really fun hole to play. And you kind of just get to let one fly and see what it does here. I'm going to be playing that same Firebird flat top glow. And I like where it started. I just don't like how much hyzer it had on it. And that one dives in 40 foot short, right where you don't want to be. Directly behind the trees. Now Emerson really looking to get his round going here. Oh, that's looking tasty. Oh, and he gets caught up. Oh, he almost snuck through the bushes there. He might have a look. Not sure what GT's throwing here, but looks like the wind might have grabbed it a little bit. Yep, and he's over to the left. He's going to be scrambling for that one. Nikko also looking to get his round going. Surveying the wind, just getting an idea of where he wants to throw it, where the basket is. Super smooth. Good height on it. That's what you're looking for. And, oh, he was a little bit long. Kind of catches a nice bump from the tree. He's only going to have 20 feet. Wow. GT putting a good run on it from out of the bushes. Again with the tiny gap. Got it through there. Easy 3. Now Emerson trying to keep the knee dry. Wow. Nikko lining it up, looking to get his first birdie of the round. Excuse me, second birdie, first 2 of the round. It's a very attackable course in good conditions, but it's a tough one out there for us. Nikko got the 2. He has broken the eternal tie. Hopefully we'll see some more of those in the near future. Emerson again off the knee, looking to save his 3. Dead center. Good putt. As I clean up another par, GT and I were over there scrambling out of the left side, so here I am in the background getting some of the mud off my feet. This place gets so muddy once you get down into this hole here. Number 6, about 330 feet, 100 meters. This is a tricky little hole. You can go up the hill, and it's on a slope in this position. As you can see, there's tons of trees to the right, so it's tough to, you really have to, if you're going to play the hyzer, you want to just throw it hard and let it crash. Nikko looks like he's taking his Thunderbird here on Annie Flex. That's got a beautiful line to it. If it hooks up, oh, just catches some shrubbery and bounces back. It's going to be a tricky little look. The way that the tee pad's playing, I'm not going with any power shot. I'm just playing a road runner inside out, trying to kind of bend it up the hill. And that one was a little low, and I think that gets up to about 35 feet. That's not a bad place to be. Emerson, he's going to play the dry day play, which is the sidearm. Really like this play. If that lifts up at all, it's looking good. Oh, no. The wind just batted it down. Now GT. I'm not sure which disc he's playing. Maybe a clear D1.
Take a turn. Flip. Keep flipping.
And that one wanted to hold, but started to come back towards the end, so. Emerson up the hill, almost got one to go. Let's see what GT's got. He's maybe right around 40 feet, 45. A little cross breeze there. I was frustrated at this putt because I couldn't get my feet off the ground. It was so muddy. I was stuck there. Couldn't get that little extra bit of oomph. Nikko, nice putt through the trees. And that was full commitment. Good two from Nikko.
No, not too much. I just couldn't get off the ground.
As you can see, everybody kind of carefully walking up the hill. GT in for his par. And pars for Emerson and I as well. Hole number 7, 360 feet, 110 meters. It's an interesting hole. Again, on the slope, you know, you really can't hang the hyzer too much, or it just wants to go down and to the left. So it's kind of an inside-out, I guess you would call it a hyzer flip shot for a top player. Someone's going to want to take something that's quick, that can clear the little ditch and get up there for a putt. Nikko putting the towel down. And that's got a good line. Just got to get a little left. Oh, a lot of ground play there. Puts him dead center fairway, maybe with about a 50-footer. I'm playing the Falcon from Millennium Discs. And that one just stood up on me a little too long. But into a decent position. Tough footing, as you can see with all the mud. But not a bad place to be. Emerson again going with the flick here. And that one just got over on him a little bit. Kind of into an interesting spot there. GT scraping off the mud. Looks like he's going with that D1 again. And as you can see on the T sign, big thanks to Arlington Disc Golf Association for getting the course in shape and hosting yet another Veterans Park Open. Emerson kind of in a tricky stance, but he's got a really smooth flick from there, tossing his harp right up under the basket. Really good shot. And I went with the Pro Rhino here, and it got away from me just a little bit. Now you can't really tell when you look at this video. There is very, very steep drop off behind the basket, and right near the basket, as you can see, GT's putter fighting the mud. This is a great shot of Nikko. Let's see if he can go 3 in a row here. Good camera work by the boys. That was an awesome looking shot. Nikko runs up there and taps out. I'm way below, and not liking that either. That's disappointing. Easy par from Emerson. Easy par from GT. And I'll be tapping out my bogey. Hole 8 brought to you by Legacy Disc Andy Parkinson. 395 feet, 120 meters. Slightly uphill hole. Attackable in good conditions. I've got the OB there on the right. And there's a couple different ways you could attack this hole. You can play the big hyzer over the top. You can try to smash it right through the 2 gate trees. Or you can just hang it around the 2 gate trees and play an overstable disc and have it come back. Nikko looks like he's going to play this one aggressive. Needs to miss that one right there, and that, oh boy, that had a very large Kareem, and he is going to be pinned up pretty good. As you can see how thick the stuff is there behind Emerson. This is the short tee. From the long tee, there's a chance you can get in there, and you really don't want to go in there at all. Emerson going with the flick again. Interested by this play. A little too much angle and rolls over, kind of flirts with the OB a little bit, but right back there in the center. No harm done there. This is a really, really tough deuce in these conditions. I'd be interested to see how many players got this hole yesterday. And GT going to be taking his D1. Stand up. Oh, it gets through the center, but catches a little limb and drops him down. Taking the Scorpius again here. Needs to miss that. Just kind of took the juice out of it, but fell right down. Not a terrible position. GT playing his flick approach. It looks like the wind just kind of grabbed that one a touch, but that's a good position. Nikko fighting the jungle here. Man, what an out. Such a good shot from where he is. He's still got about 50 feet, but that is a fantastic second shot from his position. Emerson thought about playing the tight route through the trees, but he went against it. And from my position, I didn't really have a choice, so I went with the low route there. Got the park job, easy 3. Nikko with the spin putt. Pretty deadly with the spin putt. You can't count this guy out on any shot. He's just a shot maker. He's got all the different skills. Get in there. Good run. Good run. Now Emerson came up to me after that. He said, "Where did Nikko get that spin putt? Or when?" I told Emerson probably when he was about 10 years old. Got a good laugh out of that one. Yeah, Nikko will typically stick to his straddle stance, but whenever he needs that spin putt, he can really pull it out and make use of it. Par for Emerson. It's gonna be a par for myself, and Nikko is going to take the lone 4, and as you can see, throws it in there with a bit of ferocity. He's not too happy about that one.
Legacy sponsorship packages are designed to maximize your tournament. And that doesn't just mean boosting player value. That means we're here to help TDs get a jumpstart in planning and promotion. That means we prioritize tournament orders for unbeatable speedy turnaround and delivery. That means you can count on our signature service every step of the way. At Legacy, we recognize that your event is a huge part of promoting disc golf. None of us could do this without you. That's why the success of your tournament is our highest priority. Visit our website or reach out to learn more about how together we can make your next event an unforgettable success.
Hole 9, one of the more unique holes on the course, 259 footer, just under 80 meters. The idea here is to throw basically a straight shot with an overstable disc and get it to dive left. And then you've got a few guardian trees down here blockading the green. A lot of players you'll see throw it high and just kind of crash those trees, and that's kind of the play. That's looking pretty much like what it is. Great shot from Emerson. That's nearly a park job. As he and Nikko talk about the line behind GT as he's lining up. I think this is also a D1. Little slip there. And he gets all the way through the stuff and a rollout. He's going to have a putt. He's going to have a putt out of that. Wild. Oh, little slip on the tee there. But the scorp is very nice and overstable. And that's going to be a tough look. Maybe 45-footer down the hill through the woods, but it's an opportunity. Now Nikko looking to get back on track after that last bogey. Silky smooth. Little behind it. I think he kicked through up there. He's gonna have a look for the birdie. Ooh, sneaking it in. Just barely. Call that the toilet bowl. On the board. Yep. GT and I were talking about who was out. I told him I'd take it. Made it. So hopefully the trend can continue here. And it does. Left side chains. As you can see, the chains are going to kick the nose of the disc down, getting it down into the basket. Good conversion from GT there. I think Nikko just likes the way his putter feels in his hand. It's up and it's good. Good birdie from Nikko. Get back on track. And Emerson down there for maybe a 10-footer. Fantastic drive. That's what you're looking for on that hole. It's a round of birdies for the feature card at VPO. After 9 holes, you got Emerson Keith at 1 over par. I'm sitting in at even. GT under par, 1 under. And Nikko with a 2 under. He is hanging tough and proving why he's got 117 wins on the board. Stick with us and we'll be back for the back 9 of the first round of the 2019 VPO.